Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading, followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad you've joined us today on this journey of healing and growth. If it's your first time here, welcome. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this podcast wherever you're following. Your support helps us to reach more people who may benefit from this very important work. And also, if you're enjoying this content, please consider leaving us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It really makes a huge difference in allowing us to spread the word and to build a supportive community. Now, just a quick few updates before we dive in. First, I'd like to invite you to join our new Patreon community. By becoming a member, you'll gain access to many resources, and we'll also gain access to 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a group meditation. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion. And on Thursdays, we have an open topic conversation. You can find out more details about this if you go to the Reparenting Daily website and check out the community tab. In addition to that, we've also created a WhatsApp group to foster daily connection and support where you can reach out and find other fellow travelers along the journey. It's just one of the many ways we're building their network of resources to help you along your reparenting journey. The next announcement I'd like to share is that I just released 2 new books designed to enhance your reparenting experience. The first is a Reparenting Daily journal. This journal aligns with the podcast and is structured by monthly themes with weekly sub-themes to guide your reflections. Starting on January 1st in 2025, the coming year, this journal will follow along with each episode of the podcast, offering an interactive way to deepen your practice of reparenting while staying engaged. You can find this on Amazon, and you can also find it on the website if you go to the bookstore tab. The second book is Fairy Tales for Reparenting, Volume 1. This is a deeply personal project that's close to my heart. It's a collection of fairy tales crafted to inspire hope, connection, and healing for your reparenting journey. These stories are specifically designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and find joy, creativity, and reconnect to those tender emotions through storytelling. Think of it as a playful yet profound companion on your reparenting journey. Volume 1 is now available, and I'm also working on the 2nd and 3rd volumes that will be coming earlier next year. You can find both of these books on the Reparenting Daily website under the bookstore tab, or you can search them directly on Amazon. Now, looking ahead, as we approach the 2nd year of this podcast, we're excited to introduce more interactive and engaging content. We'll continue to build on things we've achieved so far while taking our community and the reparenting journey to the next level. It's really about continued growth, continued iteration, and continuous improvement. Much like the process of nurturing the bonsai tree, our reparenting journey requires our consistency and care. So thanks for being here and for supporting this project, and also for committing to your healing journey. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Welcome back. Today's reading is from the I Ching, and it's hexagram 53. It's called Gradual Progress. Those who persevere make continuous progress. The image of this hexagram is that of the tree growing high on a mountaintop. If this tree grows too fast without properly rooting itself, it becomes susceptible to being torn up and destroyed by the winds. If, however, it establishes a proper foundation and is content to grow gradually, it enjoys a long life and a lofty view. Human beings are no different. While we often desire rapid progress, we want to change somebody's mind today. Obtain an apology now. Achieve all our goals immediately. Sooner or later, we must come to understand that the only lasting progress is gradual progress. Chin comes to urge you to accept the fact and base your thoughts, attitudes, and actions upon it. When we have allowed ourselves to be put off balance by another or by some event, the ego attempts us to believe that we can influence the situation through forceful behavior. That is incorrect. The actions of the ego inevitably complicate our difficulties. The greatest influence possible always comes through the patience and steady refinement of one's inner self. If you will devote yourself to the path of the sage, with every step along the path, you will become strengthened and progress will come automatically. It will be gradual, but it will last. Be patient, modest, and accepting now. Life often demands that we wait longer than we might like for some changes. And the only true comfort during these times is the knowledge that we are steadfastly developing ourselves into superior people. In time, every honor comes to those who are persevering and correct. First line. The early stages of self-development are often tinged with anxiety and doubt. Don't be swayed by these inferior influences. Persevere in what is correct and progress will be made. Second line. A beneficial development can cause us to become selfish and careless. Share the good with others and remain conscientious. Third line. Do not enter rashly into conflict. Stand quietly in the center and keep your balance. This enables a true and lasting resolution to be found. Fourth line. Non-resistance is the wisest course at this time. By willingly yielding to events, you save yourself from more beneficial honor. Fifth line. As you develop yourself, you will inevitably be misunderstood by others. Endure these times patiently, and they will pass. By staying on the pathway unswaveringly, you meet with great success. Sixth line. When we hold strictly to what is correct, the Creative is happy to help us in all things. One who follows this course gains the world and serves as an inspiring example of his fellow men. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. Today's reading was from hexagram 53, Gradual Progress. This hexagram symbolizes steady, purposeful growth, much like the slow ascent of a tree reaching towards the sky. In reparenting, gradual progress teaches us to trust the process of slow and deliberate change. Healing childhood wounds and rebuilding our sense of self is not an overnight transformation, but a step-by-step journey. Each small action, moment of self-compassion, or new boundaries contributes to lasting growth, even when progress feels invisible or insignificant. Gradual progress also speaks to patience and persistence. As we reparent ourselves, it is easy to feel frustrated by the time it takes to undo years of conditioning or trauma. However, this hexagram encourages us to honor the small victories and trust that every effort is moving us closer to our goals. Reparenting is like cultivating a garden. It requires consistent care, the right conditions, and faith in the processes of growth, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Finally, gradual progress reminds us to stay grounded in the present while keeping our vision for the future in mind. Celebrate the steps you've already taken and know that each step forward strengthens your foundation. By approaching reparenting with patience, perseverance, and a deep belief in your own capacity to grow, you create the conditions for sustainable healing and transformation. So we look at the journal prompts for today. What small, consistent action can you take to support your reparenting journey? How can you celebrate these actions, even if they feel minor? Number 2, reflect on an area of your life where you'd made gradual progress. How can you apply the patience and perseverance you demonstrated there to your healing progress? And number 3, when you feel frustrated by the pace of your progress, but it helps you stay motivated and grounded? How can you remind yourself that small steps lead to meaningful change? Thank you for being here, and as always, take care of yourself and do be well. And now, let us move on to the final section, the daily meditation. This is an unguided meditation, and I will simply provide some music where you can take some time to relax. Please feel free to choose a location and a place where you feel safe and where you can be undisturbed for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to be sitting, standing, laying down, as you like, whatever makes you comfortable. Thanks for being here, and enjoy the meditation.